Hi, I'm Robin Rainbow Gate, author, intentional living coach, teacher, facilitator of retreats, courses. Everything I do is dedicated to helping you live your life fully from your heart, the way that you want to, according to your values, with honor and love of the earth, which doesn't mean you have to be a martyr. It means that you're a sensitive soul who feels the pain of the way that our culture has been treating life and living, and you're ready to make some other choices that are in alignment with how you really feel. So today I'm going to talk about journaling. I've been journaling since I was 15 years old, and it's been a huge part of my life. It served many different roles. It's helped me know who I am. It's helped me express different aspects of who I am. It's helped me process life. It's helped me express myself, explore myself. Sometimes I vent. Many times I'm praising the universe. Sometimes I'm recording experiences for reference or memory for later. And so today I'm going to show you some of the journals that I have, the remaining ones that I have, because most of them I burned before I came to Mexico because I had to get rid of most of my stuff. And I found that many of them were redundant. So here is my first journal from when I was 15 years old. It's called, what do I call it? I called it my everything book. It's a hardcover. It's the kind that has blank pages inside. And I wrote poetry, memories, reflections, a lot about relationships and feelings. It was a time of burgeoning consciousness for me. And so this is a really important book in terms of my awakening. Another type of journal that I've used are these. They're just spiral notebooks. I like the narrow lines. This one had, the paper was a little green-ish. I like that. Somehow, something about that is calming. And I kept this journal and brought it with me when I moved to Mexico from the States 14 years ago, because this one has key information. This one was when I graduated high school, when I lived with my first boyfriend, when I had my first full-time job. So this was a really huge time of my life of really big decisions. And so I've kept this as a reference in case I ever want to look back and understand what was I thinking or what was happening with me then. Now, one of my favorite types of journals that I've used probably mostly over the decades are composition books. They used to be like $1.99 in the supermarket aisle or at the university bookstore, and I love these. They're simple, they're manageable, they're lightweight, so if I'm traveling, it's easy to stuff versus a hardcover, like that first one, which are thicker, that's harder to pack. And also they're all the same size, so they fit on the bookshelf later on neatly, and I like that. So this is the main type that I have used. I'm also a frugal person. I see no need to spend, I don't know how much they cost now. They probably used to cost $8 or $9. I bet now they cost up to like 20 or more for a journal. So for me, that's not necessary. As I said, I like that these are all kind of similar. Though sometimes I would choose a different cover that went along with how I was feeling or what I wanted for myself. So use some magic there in your choices for intention. Then, so many different types of journals. There's journals for, this one is a sketchbook, super nifty because look, it comes with a pencil built in on top. I thought that was so cool. Though I used it mostly for writing, but I have done some drawing in it. for expression using different mediums. Sometimes I use watercolor pencils, and sometimes just colored pencils, sometimes watercolor, sometimes crayons, sometimes markers, pencils, just depending on what I'm wanting to express. So this is one type of journal that for me was a mix of visual and text. Though they all are, because whatever I'm feeling, if there's something that needs to be drawn or depicted or expressed, I do it. And I encourage you to use your journal that way too. It doesn't have to be all one thing or one way. Although, another way to organize yourself, like me, I have so many different aspects of myself. So sometimes I think it will be helpful to have different types of journals for different aspects of my life. Like I have journals for specific spiritual retreats I've been on. I have journals for specific courses I've taken. I have a journal for Shambhala meditation, which is something that I was studying for a long while. And so there's different kinds of journals for different interests. And a disadvantage of that in a way is that they're not necessarily chronological if you're wanting to look back to see, like as a reference for tracking your life. They may not exactly work ideally that way, but they do work for categories. But also sometimes that means that a journal won't get full because maybe I don't fill all the pages for that course or that retreat or that vacation. So you have to decide how you feel about that and what you want to do with those other pages, whether you want to use them for something else, tear them out and use them for something else, or keep them in there and then have another use for that same journal. So many decisions. Another thematic journal of mine is this one. Now, this is the type of journal that is pretty popular. These are the more expensive ones that have different fabric coverings, and for a long time I used to choose those because that gave me the sense of that my journal was something special. So that's something that you might want to do, that might have meaning for you rather than a composition book. You might want to spend the money or not even think about the money, but just think about this is something special. And so, but this journal is a journal that I kept for a number of years for my daughter. It's all about her. It's things that she said, things that she did, things that happened, things that we talked about. And so this is a treasure trove of memories and data about her and our relationship. I also have, here's another type of journal. This is one of those hardcover ones with blank pages. This one has been with me almost as long as my first one from when I was 15. I probably started this one when I was 17 or 18. And the original intent for this journal was to put down my favorite lyrics or favorite parts of letters that people wrote to me or favorite quotes. Here's one by Billy Bray. I just opened to it. He says, "I can't help praising the Lord as I go along the street. I lift up one foot and it seems to say glory, and I lift up the other and it seems to say amen. And so they keep up like that all the time I am walking." So, see, that was from when I was in college reading William James. So this journal, this went with me on travel to Ireland. It went with me to India. I have things stuck in there, poems, stamps. Oh, a letter I wrote to my parents of gratitude. Notes on so many things. So this is my multimedia journal mix, and it's precious to me. It has things that I really, really love because I love words. And so it's a great collection of words from different aspects of life. So that is some of what I wanted to share with you. Another theme for a journal, if you want to separate things out, is a dream journal. The journal that I have right now, that I've had for a while, is up by my bed. I keep it there all the time with a pen stuck in the last page that I wrote on so I can get to it immediately, because I mostly keep it for dreams. Almost exclusively now, my journaling is dreams. It used to be that my journaling was very much about processing. The reason why I burned so many of my journals when I was moving to Mexico and going through all my stuff and getting rid of almost all of it was that I thought that these journals, which I had originally thought, as I wrote them, were so important and would be information that would help people in the future, maybe my family members, to understand me, or maybe to turn into a book that could help others. Well, when I was going through them, I had boxes of them, volumes, because I'd been keeping them for so long. I found that a good number of them, the information was really redundant, and that was kind of boring and stale for me. It's like same issues. So I didn't keep those. I burned those, and I feel fine with that. It wasn't a violent burning. It was just a release, like not necessary, not needed. So that is some of my story with journaling. I'd love to hear yours, or if you have any questions about how to keep a journal. I welcome you to comment in the section below, and also visit my website, because I have courses that I offer that always have some aspect of journaling in them. I use journaling all the time. It's a natural way for me to help people. I create exercises all the time, not all of which are journaling, but a lot do involve or can involve journaling in some form, including art. So my website is takegoodcareofyourwellness.com. I invite you to go visit, and I appreciate your time, and happy journaling. May it serve you, help you move towards your dreams. Live your life in the most connected way according to your values.